What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. What a week to be a Marvel fan. Yesterday we get the Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania trailer. Today the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special teaser, and tomorrow the Wakanda Forever pre-screeners with reactions hitting tomorrow night. Now I have a sneaking suspicion that both the holiday special teaser, and the Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania trailer will both be attached to Wakanda Forever in theaters. That's why they went ahead and released them to the public back to back. So we're going to go through this teaser trailer, break it all down. I really like the way that this is written for a following feature that's over 45 minutes, probably under an hour. You don't need to hold anything back. They go ahead and let us know exactly what's going on. They're going to Earth to kidnap Kevin Bacon and present him as a Christmas present to try to cheer up Star-Lord. But I think there is one very coy reference in here to Adam Warlock. What's going on with the greater Guardians of the Galaxy story as a whole? We're going to point that out right at the beginning of the trailer, something Nebula says. We're also going to talk about how this fits into the timeline and why Nebula knows exactly where Gamora is, or at least does by the time we get the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 trailer, and what this means for the narrative in between. We're breaking it all down, the holiday teaser for Guardians of the Galaxy. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews to the occasional industry insider report and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. If you want, stick around to the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so for what appears to be a rather simple and straightforward trailer, I actually have quite a bit of meta commentary about it, but I'm going to save that to the end because it ends up sounding drawn out here at the beginning. But the first things first, when is this set? We just saw the team in Thor Love and Thunder, and James Gunn himself has said that this is an epilogue to Phase 4, after its official conclusion with Wakanda Forever, but before the kickoff for Phase 5 and Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. So based on that quote, we have to guess that this is set sometime between when we last saw them in Thor Love and Thunder and when we'll see them again in Guardians of the Galaxy. But one of my initial reactions to this, so I think it's worth mentioning, the tone of Peter Quill taken during Thor Love and Thunder seemed to be a lot more at peace with himself and the way things were than down and out the way he appears to be during this trailer. So my money's still on this being set after we last saw them in Thor Love and Thunder. But look, Marvel's eventually going to slide it into that official timeline of watch order on Disney Plus, and we can just argue about it then. Now the trailer opens up with Drax, Mantis, and Nebula discussing how to cheer Peter Quill up because how badly he misses Gamora. That's when Kraglin points out that on Earth's calendar, it's actually Christmas time right now. Why don't they do something for Christmas? That's when Nebula says what I think is the most interesting line in the trailer. We don't have time for trivialities like Christmas. Now there's two things I want to point out that may put the Guardians of the Galaxy in a sense of urgency or without time to do something like a Christmas party. The first of which happens to be if they can't be late for something like a meeting. And we now know, because of the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer footage that was shown during San Diego Comic-Con, that Nebula herself sets up a meeting with Gamora and the Ravagers. That's part of the beginning of the trailer. That's a major reveal when Peter Quill all of a sudden finds out that the person he's been looking for, the person that he is so devastated over, is now leading his old team. Yeah, it's a little awkward, but even more awkward so that Nebula has been able to have communication and know where she is this whole time. That leads me to believe that Gamora may ask Nebula not to let Peter Quill know where she is. She's obviously taken a different path now. She is not the same Gamora we followed during Guardians of the Galaxy. And look, quick side note, I keep bringing this up because I think it's so interesting with the human psyche. We all knew that the Loki we followed during Loki Season 1 wasn't the same Loki we followed during the Infinity Saga, but our love for that character being the same actor and the same character was there just the same. So we have a little bias in ourselves when we see some of these variants on screen. James Gunn is really highlighting and driving home the fact here that this Gamora that we're going to see in Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is not the same Gamora that we followed, is not the same person who fell in love with Peter Quill. So my running theory has always been, and I think it's even more likely now, that before Gamora dipped at the end of Avengers Endgame, she at least left some sort of communication open with Nebula, because that's her common ground. That's her common ground with what happened in Avengers Endgame. We know there's a connection between those characters, but at her behest, she just never told Quill where she was because she didn't want to be bothered. Now, the second likely reason that they don't have time for trivialities is that someone may be in pursuit of them. They don't have time to stop. That someone, obviously, Adam Warlock, left over from the Sovereign storyline at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 2, which feels like forever ago. Now that this is finally finally coming out. We know that Adam Warlock will be after them, and he was shown in a brief clip of that San Diego Comic-Con footage as well. I think it may be likely the case that they know Adam Warlock is after them, they're on the run, and that may be why she brings up here that they don't have time to stop. Now, beyond that, the trailer on surface level really just sets up what this story is meant to be. That leads into the meta commentary, but they're going to kidnap Kevin Bacon, and all of Drax and Mantis's aloofness, they don't even realize they're kidnapping him to present him as a present to Peter Quill and cheer him up. And it doesn't actually have to be deeper than that. Obviously, Kevin Bacon is playing himself, Kevin Bacon, and you're going to see Mantis and Drax go to Hollywood. Let the hilarity ensue. But the meta commentary here is that this is still a holiday special. As we just saw with the special presentation of Werewolf by Night, as long as it's written for this sort of short, long-form story, it can work really well. And James Gunn is the best. I actually couldn't think of a better team of characters and a better writer to take this on. Yeah, it lives in the shadow of things like the Star Wars holiday special, and maybe also something like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It's meant to be a Christmas story, a holiday story, and a small one at that, but it's also going to set up what's coming in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So while on surface level, I think it's going to be awesome. I actually can't wait. This sounds amazing. It's also going to pack a small punch because they were shooting this concurrently with Guardians of the Galaxy 3. If it doesn't include a lot of the overlap, one probably will lead right into another. So if you're sort of wondering, holding out hope, is there a chance for some major cameos? No, I don't expect Will Poulter to show up as Adam Warlock during the holiday special, and I don't think he needs to. It can easily focus on the characters that are there. But James Gunn's style of being able to take you from tears to laughter while you still have tears in your eyes is something that I think is so well tuned for Guardians. It's so well tuned for a holiday special. And honestly, guys, yes, I am totally biased. If you're just now following me at the channel, James Gunn's one of my favorite writers and directors on earth, not just because of his Marvel stuff in general. I think Peacemaker is an absolute masterpiece if you haven't seen it yet, and it's writing like that as a sample size when applied to something like a holiday special. I just can't wait. But guys, let me know all your thoughts down below. Obviously, yes, it's hype to see Teenage Groot. And really, as I was watching this, I couldn't help but think how long ago Guardians of the Galaxy 2 came out. It's crazy. Let me know all your thoughts, comments, questions, things I missed down below. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. All right, we're still giving away PlayStations. The next milestone is 1 million. It sounds so crazy to say that we are headlong into that, but man, we are. We get closer every day. If you want to be entered to win, all the same rules will apply for all of the giveaways here at the channel. Hit the subscribe button because you need to be a subscriber, then leave a comment down below because it's truly random. The more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos the same way we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. And as always, if you like today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter at IamFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes under the name AllFires. And while I sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.